We see you getting after your fitness goals. But what about those money goals? You can count on Credit Karma for a clear view of your finances and your progress, helping you see results so you can keep checking off those financial personal bests and find your way to money. Progress never felt so good. Download the Intuit Credit Karma app and start achieving your money goals today. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of When Reality Hits. I'm going to do a solo episode today. It's been a minute since I've done one by myself, but just glad to be back. There has been so much going on lately that I would love to discuss with you guys, and I got so many questions in off my Instagram that I can't wait to answer. Did a little Ask Me Anything session with you guys, but first I would like to talk about a couple things that I'm sure you all have seen all over Instagram. The promo for season 2 of The Valley finally has arrived. So now you know that it really is happening. I know a lot of people have been asking, when's the season coming out? When's the season coming out? You know, it's been so long. Trust me, we feel like it's been a long time too. But we aren't allowed to talk about when it comes out. It will be announced soon. I promise you guys. But I just have to say that everybody looked so hot in the promo. We have a beautiful cast. You know, in the beginning, it's Kristen saying that our group is fractured, and I mean, I'm sure without getting into too much detail, people can already tell that it's been very fractured. The whole issues going on between Jax and I, Jesse and Michelle, you know, Kristen, Janet, Zach. It just goes on, and there's so much more that's going to happen this season that you guys have absolutely know about. So it is coming. I thought everybody looked amazing. You know, we did our little walk-ups, felt like little models for the day. It's always feels good to get dressed up and feel pretty. Got to feel like a little pink Barbie. So it was a good day. It was a fun day, and I'm so excited for season 2 to come out. There's so much that's happened that you guys don't even know about that I think is going to shock you. I'm excited for people to see a different side of me. You know, it was a very, 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 very hard summer. And I think I'm going to surprise a lot of people this season with how I handle things. And I'm just excited to share that. Hopefully, I've said this a million times, that other women can relate to what I'm going through. And, you know, there's so many other things that are happening with all of our cast members. So there is no shortage of the drama coming your way. No shortage of the laughter, the fun. You know, it's not all drama. We also all really do love each other, even though, yes, the group is fractured, but there's a lot of love there. And of course, I love every single one of them, and I'm in a good place with everybody. And I'm just excited for it to finally come out, but I'm also nervous as hell because it is going to be a tough season for me to watch back and relive a lot of the things that happened. You know, when you're filming a TV show, you kind of forget the cameras are there and you just are yourself. And I was very, very raw and very real and extremely open. And I feel like that's what makes a good TV show, is whenever people can watch and know that you're being real and you're being open and you're being honest. And I can't express that enough. I think that is super important. And again, hopefully people can learn through my mistakes, learn through my experiences and everything like that. But I'm just glad that people saw that, yes, The Valley season 2 is on its way. I'm sure you've seen on my Instagram and all the castmates' Instagram, we are still filming interviews, but, you know, we are done filming the actual season. That was, you know, we shoot over the summer, but we still film interviews, you know, just answering questions and talking about what happened throughout the season. So whenever you see all of us posting our Instagram, you know, and we're on the orange couch, I like to call it my office. That's what we're doing. Our one-on-one interview bites, those take some time because, you know, we're trying to make a good season for you guys and to get it all together and to explain everything that's going on. You know, you don't always know what's going to be in the episodes. We shoot so much stuff. So we got to talk about everything. And trust me, there was a lot to talk about. But yeah, anywho, season 2, The Valley, coming up. So excited. Also, on Instagram, if you saw, I was posting about my birthday. I just had my birthday. It was January 25th. And not only did I want to celebrate my birthday, but I also wanted to celebrate, I don't really know if I should say celebrate, but January 24th, the day before my birthday, marked the year that I moved out of the house and went to my first rental home. So literally last year, my birthday was very crazy. I had just moved into my first rental house. It was such a cute little house, but my birthday was the very next day. So not only did I want to celebrate my birthday, because, you know, turning 36 is not, that sounds yucky, 36. I'm like 35 forever. But turning 36, you know, you wouldn't normally throw some huge birthday, but I just love to celebrate. I love to host parties, party planning and doing all that stuff is kind of my thing. But I also wanted to just like take some time to like celebrate my strength and things that I have been through over the past year. And I really wanted to do something special for my friends who have been there for me, listen to me cry, listen to me complain, listen to me bitch about things that have been going on in my life. Cause, you know, my girls here are my family as well. I don't have family here. Everybody's back home in Kentucky. So being able to do something special for them, to show them how much I appreciated them was a big deal for me this year for my birthday. So I had a wonderful chef come in and I did like a private dinner. I don't know if you guys saw, I planned this party with Picnic and Pedal. They're my amazing party planners who go above and beyond with my ideas, and they're so fantastic. Couldn't do it without them. But they did this beautiful table. We had a tent and all this stuff, and we had a bar. Of course, got to have the bar for your birthday. But I had like 20 of my closest friends come, and we had a chef come, and he cooked us an amazing meal. And that was just to like thank them for listening to me for this entire year and being a, you know, shoulder for me to lean on and cry with. And also a lot of my friends have like really held me accountable, and, you know, I really needed that this past year. So I just wanted to do something special to thank them. And then after the dinner, we had everyone else come. Everyone is important to me, trust me. But I wanted everybody I knew to come to the party afterwards. So we had a lot of people there. And of course, with everything that happened with the LA wildfires, I wanted to do something special because I had planned this whole big party before these horrible fires broke out. So I wanted to make sure that we did something to help support the victims. So everybody donated that came to the party. I didn't want presents. I don't need anything. I just really wanted everybody to come together and donate. And we gave thousands of dollars from that night to the American Red Cross California wildfire relief. So I was very proud of everybody, and I just still want to do something special for that because it is still so terrible. I mean, the fires are finally dying down, but so many people lost their homes and their businesses, their cherished memories. I can't even imagine what everyone is going through. So anytime that I get a chance to help out, I'm going to. So I thought that was very special that everyone was able to come together and do that as well. So not only did we have the birthday, also my best friend Kara, you guys have seen her on Vanderpump Rules and different things back in the day. Jackson, Brittany Take Kentucky. She flew in from Vegas to make it so special for me. And my other best friend, Marianne, she flew in from Kentucky. She was also on Jackson, Brittany Takes Kentucky and different times. They were both bridesmaids in my wedding. Kara was my maid of honor. She flew in as well, 8 months pregnant. So love her. Got to spend time with her before she has the baby. So that just meant so much to me. I have amazing friends, and I just feel very, very grateful and very blessed for everybody. Hold on, Cruzy. Cruzy is here with me, and now he's trying to crawl on my back. Nothing like being a mama, right? The best thing in the entire world. But as soon as I get a mic out, he's like, what's going on? I need to be a part of this. Yeah, so feeling very blessed about that. I also hosted an amazing dinner at STK last night. It was a Galentine's dinner. Everybody was, dressed on theme in the reds, the pinks, the hearts. I had this like patent leather faux patent leather, of course. Patent leather, shiny red dress on that had hearts. I just wanted to be on theme. I felt very sexy in it. It felt very good. You know, this is like my first real Valentine's Day that I'm like single. So mama wants to look hot. A lot of people asked where that dress was from. It was from a place called Mew Mews, MEWS. And then I got these really cute red shoes that like went up my ankle, spiraled around my leg, and they had hearts on them too. And they were like all bedazzled. And I just got those from Fashion Nova. So just perfect with the theme. If anybody wants to get something for Valentine's Day, check those out because I just thought that was such a good on theme dress and outfit. And of course with the red lip and the big hair and all that good stuff. But we did a little Galentine's dinner with my girls at STK. My friend Lindsay Love, she helped put everything together. We had flowers, we had gifting, we had permanent jewelry, all kinds of great stuff. It was just a good night to celebrate friendship. And of course, Zach was there too. So good time with my girls and Zachary. There was obviously other people that I invited that couldn't make it that night. So I got a lot of like comments under my Instagram like, why wasn't Sheena there or Lala or, you know, just like random people. And I'm like, of course they were invited. I love everybody. Sometimes people can't make it to everything. So it's not that big of a deal. Of course, Janet, Michelle, everyone is, I love them dearly. They were all invited. So I want to make that clear, but it was still a very, very fun night and we had delicious food and everybody was cracking up. It was just a very chill, good night. Everybody looked so beautiful. And I think it's such a great idea, like if you don't have a Valentine or if you do, still celebrate your girlfriends, still go and like have a fun little Galentine's night because friendships matter and they are so important to me. So I love the idea of Galentine's Day. I'm heading to Canada, actually. I'm leaving on Valentine's Day, heading to Canada to do Galentine's Days in Canada, a couple of Galentine's Day brunches. And I'm so excited to do that as well and meet everybody. I've never been to Canada before. So I think that's going to be super fun. And, you know, I know it's going to be freezing. I just keep thinking of The Office when Michael Scott, I love The Office. I'm sure you guys know that. But I keep thinking of The Office where Michael Scott has to go to Canada in February. And they're like, oh, it's freezing in Canada in February. And he thinks he's going to like have this like lavish first class trip and all that stuff. It's hilarious, but still, I'm excited. I don't care if it's going to be cold. I'm from Kentucky, so I am used to a little cold. LA hasn't changed me, so don't worry, I'll be fine. But I'm excited to meet everybody in Canada. And again, if you have never done a Galentine's Day with your girls, this is your sign. You should do it. Spend time together, have fun, and celebrate your friendships. I'm also going to be going back to Canada in March to 3 more cities. The first 2 cities I'm going to be going to are Edmonton and Calgary. And that is going to be February 15th, 16th, 17th. Yeah. So I'll be there for a couple nights for both cities. And then I'll be back in March. I'll announce those soon, which other cities that's going to be. But I'm excited to go to Canada for the first time. It's going to be fun. Okay, so now I think that we can go through and answer some of the Ask Me Anything questions that you guys have asked. I love staying connected to everybody. This is from SheWolf33. If you had to pick one moment in Vanderpump to relive, what would it be, good or bad? Oh, Lordy. So, obviously, how many years was I on Vanderpump? 5 years? Obviously, with my 5 years of Vanderpump Rules, I had many, many, many great moments and many, many, many horrible moments. You know, my wedding was still one of my very favorite things. That was a dream wedding. I never thought I'd be in the position that I was in now. Obviously, I got married thinking that this was my forever person, but that Kentucky Castle wedding was like literally my dream. I had always wanted to get married there since I was a little girl. So no matter what, that was still such a beautiful weekend. It was so much fun. That was great. I would like whenever I first got there and we went to Hawaii, and Jack stole the freaking sunglasses. Like that put a damper on our whole trip. But that was my first time like ever going to Hawaii or going anywhere like paradise like that. So that like meant a lot to me, you know, coming from Kentucky and everything. It just was like, oh my gosh, we were having the best time. And then I think I would go back in time and stop Jax from leaving me at the bar and going into that freaking store, because the rest of that trip was so amazing. So yeah, I would go back to that and, you know, redo that and smack his ass and get him not go in there, because golly, that was something else. And I was just new to LA, so barely knew everybody, was still getting to know everybody. It was just the weirdest situation to be in, but whatever. You got to laugh at it now. Can't change anything, but if I could go back, I would definitely stop that from happening. This is from Summer Mason is Cloutier, I think. It might have cut off. Okay, yeah. How is co-parenting going with Jax? Love you. Well, love you too. You know, co-parenting is not always easy. We are definitely trying our hardest. Cruise is the number one thing. There's a lot of things about Jax and I that you guys will find out throughout the season that I can't really talk on right now, but it's been really hard for me. You know, never really thought again that I would be in this position. So co-parenting can be extremely hard. It's hard to give your child away, and, you know, you're used to being with them 100% of the time, and, you know, it can be difficult. But, you know, Jax does love his son. He does. It's just big personality, so it doesn't always go as easy as I would like for it to, but we are trying so hard to get better at it. There's been things that happened within the past couple of months that you guys will find out about that made it even more difficult, but we're really, really trying to push through. I think that Jax is working a lot harder now than he was within the past couple of months. Like, I think within the past, like, couple of weeks, he's really trying to step up and be better. And I just, you know, I'm hoping it continues on that way. I'm always just waiting for things to crash, because that's just been my life lately, and it sucks to feel that way. But I'm sure a lot of you other parents out there who have to co-parent know exactly what I mean. Like, things can be good one moment and then things can be bad the next. So we're just trying our best to do the best that we can. I know I am like definitely having the best time with my son. He is with me so much. You know, I love him. We have the best time together. He is literally my little like side buddy. We're thick as thieves. He's my little bestie. Anywhere I go, he goes. We're together 24/7. I do think it's important as parents to be able to go out with your friends every now and then. I see sometimes if I post like I went to dinner or something, people are like, you're supposed to be with your son. I'm like, I'm literally with my son every single day, 24/7. And it is my favorite thing in the world to do. But every mama deserves the chance and to go out and get dressed up and feel pretty and spend time with their friends and talk about things and vent. And, you know, everybody needs that in their lives. You can be an amazing mama and still go out to dinner once a week. But trust me, majority of the time, I would rather be at home playing with my son in his playroom, reading books, or, you know, sitting on the couch watching Disney movies together, because I love Disney just as much as he does. But yeah, we are trying our best, and I just think that we're going to get better at it as time goes on. Because, you know, right now, still a lot of anger, still a lot of resentment going on, but trying my best to get past it all. This is from Alyssa Julkowski. Sorry if I'm not good at saying people's names. What's your favorite thing about being single? Oh, gosh, I don't know. Being single is crazy. You know, I try to have fun, and I have been having a little bit of fun. But, you know, being single, I can get lonely sometimes. When you're used to being in a relationship for like 10 years, somebody's with you 24/7, you can feel extremely lonely. And that's happened to me often. You know, that's why I love being with my son. I love being around my friends. You know, it pulls you out of that funk whenever you get into it every now and then. And I think that's completely normal when you're going through a separation and a divorce like I am. I feel like a lot of women can relate to that. But my favorite thing about being single would be like not having to clean up after somebody else. You know, I have my house back finally, and it's just like okay, I'm not having to shut all the cabinet doors or like close, shut the cabinet doors, close the silverware drawer back, little stuff like that. Clean up the shaven hairs that are all around the sink. Less laundry, it's nice not to have to clean up 24/7 after somebody else. So I'm trying to get used to it all. It's all just very different, and I'm learning as I go. I think not having to make excuses for somebody and not always having to apologize for somebody has been really nice for me as well, especially being in the public eye. I felt like I was constantly having to do that even whenever I didn't want to, but it's nice I don't have to do that right now. But, also just like hanging out with people, meeting new people. There's a lot of fun stuff. I want to get the butterflies again, That was such a cool feeling. I need that back. But yeah, being single is crazy, especially being single in LA. And especially somebody for me who doesn't go out a lot. I know you guys think I do, but I don't. I'm definitely a homebody. My friends are always like, you have got to get out more. How are you going to meet somebody? I'm like, I don't know. So yeah, kind of a homebody. So just figuring it out as I go. This is from Nick Morva. Best advice for a 2025 bride, specifically on the wedding day. Okay, so there's so much different things that I could say, but one of my best things to say to you is at your reception at the end of the night, go up to each table individually so that you get a chance to talk to every single person that was there. You and your groom go up to every single table, say hello to everyone that's there. I feel like we spent a lot of time with the people that we knew, our bridal party and everything like that, which is great. We had an amazing time, but there's so many people that come in from out of town or come in from your family, your distant family, your friends that you haven't seen in a long time. So I would definitely focus on getting a chance to see everybody that is there. Enjoy it. Take in everything. Don't let things stress you out. I know it's like one of the most stressful days of your life, but this is your day. So if something little happens, let other people take care of it. This is your day. Don't let little things stress you out. Enjoy what's happening. Enjoy your love and just like live in the moment because it goes by so fast. Also, try to get a little something to eat while, before you walk out into your reception. Like maybe like if you're having a buffet or something, somebody can bring you a little plate because you're going to get so busy and so many people are going to be coming up and talking to you that you might not get to eat that much. Like I don't even really remember if I had any of the cake or anything like that. So try to get to have a little bit of everything before you even walk out because you are going to be bombarded by people being so happy for you and excited for you. But yeah, so you might end up being so hungry at the end of the night, but have fun, enjoy it, and congratulations to you. That was such a good time in my life. So it makes me kind of sad thinking about it. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't change anything about it. This is from kbeery_Rahili. Where is your dress from? Gorge. I'm assuming she's talking about the Valentine's Day one that I had talked about earlier, but I'll say it again. It's from Mew Muse. And it was a little faux patent leather dress that had hearts all over it. Perfect for Valentine's Day theme. So if you guys are looking for something sexy, check it out. This is from Mom Life Texas Style. How's your health after leaving Jack's? How much happier are you now? I will say my health is so much better. There was a time where I was getting sick a lot. I was breaking out in hives. A lot was happening with me. And I think that it was just so stressful and I was so unhappy and, kind of depressed that my body was basically rejecting my life at that time. So I have not been sick at all. Since our separation, I'm feeling so much better. I'm in the gym. I'm working out. I feel healthier. And yeah, it's crazy. I haven't had hives one time. I haven't had any of those symptoms that I was having whenever people were thinking I had a stroke. I did not have a stroke, but my right side of my body went kind of numb. I was tingling. I had to go to the ER. It was a whole weird experience, but I haven't had any of that since. And I've been seeing a lot of stuff online that talks about how if you are in an unhealthy relationship that your body can start rejecting things. And I hate to say it, but I think that was kind of what was happening to me, but haven't had anything like that since. So I'm feeling great. I'm doing great. Me and Cruz are very happy. I am very happy. I'm not going to say that there aren't times whenever I'm very sad, because this is very hard, but I'm trying to be as strong as I possibly can be. And, just really be there for my son, because that's the most important thing. And I know that he is so happy. He is thriving right now. He's doing amazing. And that's what matters. This is from Sid Dumas. From a mama going through a similar situation, how do you navigate everything so well? Well, thank you for thinking that I am navigating everything well, because I don't always feel like I am. I'm just like always trying to look forward, and I'm trying to stay positive, and I'm trying to just focus on my son right now. He's the main thing. But yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy to go through something like this, and especially on such a public level, but I think sharing my experience is just going to help other people. So, I'm always saying, focus on the positives, focus on the positives. I have so much to be grateful for in my life, and I don't take that for granted. So anytime I'm getting down on myself, I just have to like switch it up and really focus on, wow, I can do this, or I could do this, and I can, I could work out in the gym, make myself feel better. Being in the gym is also so good for your mental health, so I would definitely suggest that, not just for the glow up, not just for the revenge body, but for your mental health, because it really does make you feel a lot better. Spending time with your friends, talking to your family. I love my family. I miss my family so much, but they all support me so much, and anytime I talk to them and hear from them, I just feel so much better. I take a little vacay, go home to Kentucky, stay out on the farm, see all the animals, all the open space, and I just feel absolutely amazing. So, but I also am trying to stay super busy. I've been hustling lately, so I'm doing a lot of different jobs, a lot of different things. Shooting a couple of commercials and fun things that you guys are going to see soon, working on the Valley still, got the podcast going. I've got tours that I'm going on that have been amazing. I'm also working on opening the bar and just doing a bunch of different like brand deals and collabs. And I'm just trying to stay as busy as I possibly can right now so that I can keep hustling for my son. I'm a boss lady, so I'm just trying to keep it going and focus on me and focus on my future. And because, it is hard right now, but I know in like a year's time, I'm going to be so happy with everything that I have done in this moment right now. So try to stay busy, stay positive, and really work on your mental health, and you will be just fine. This is from Tasha_OX. Can you name 3 friends you trust with your life? Oh, gosh, if I just name 3 friends, my friends could be so petty. So petty. We all know this. So I can't just name 3, but I have amazing friends that I could definitely trust with my life. Kara, my best friend from Vegas, obviously, she is amazing. We've been best friends since we were in the 4th grade. Kristen, that's my girl. I love her so much. Zach, love him so much. Like Janet, love her. Michelle, love her. There's just so many that I could name, and I could just go on and on and on. Sheena and Lala have been there for me. Jasmine's been there for me. I have amazing friends back home in Kentucky, like Lindy, Marianne, Alex, Bethany. I could just go on and on and on. I have so many amazing people in my life that I know that I could trust and support. Everybody in my Cheaper Than Therapy group back home, you know who you are if you're listening to this. But that's one thing I have been blessed with is friends. A lot of my best friends from Kentucky are still my very best friends, and we've been friends for like 20 plus years. And I think that really matters. If you meet people and they don't have any friends from like their younger years, I think that's a red flag. I think that is a red flag. If you don't have one friend that you grew up with that you're still close to, that is definitely a red flag. So watch out for that. Speaking of red flags and green flags, golly, dating in this new like dating life and stuff, looking out for everything, like with ghosting, like none of these terms existed 10 years ago before I got in this relationship with Jax. If they did, I wasn't about it. But now I just like, it's such a thing. I'm like, what if somebody ghosts me? I'm like terrified. I don't want to be ghosted. I don't want my ego to be hurt like that. Like, I don't know how everybody deals with this. Dating and being single is crazy. Because before I dated Jax, I was in a 3-year relationship with my ex too. So really it's been like 14 years since I've been in this dating world. So yeah, crazy. This is from Sam26. Living situation with Jax and will you sell your house? So I am happy to say that I own my house. This is my home. Me and Cruz are back here, living here. Jax has moved into his condo. He's made that very aware from everybody. So all of that is fine. And, you know, we're handling it the best that we can. When we're getting along, he'll come over and try to help out with things here and there. You know, it's a very up and down, rocky situation with us, but, you know, we're working on it. But, you know, Cruz loves his pool. He's the best little swimmer in the world. So glad to have all that stuff. You know, this is where he was born. This is where he was raised. I really feel like I made this house a home, and I never dreamed I would have a house like this. So I just feel so lucky, and I really didn't want to sell it. I really didn't want to. So it is not going for sale anytime soon. This is another reason why I'm hustling, because I'm going to take care of my household and I'm going to take care of my son. And I'm just very proud that I have been able to do all of this by myself. But yeah, this is my house. I've completely taken over everything, and definitely not going to sell this baby anytime soon. I love her. I love her. This is from Nora Agerman, 86. Are you still opening your restaurant? Yes, I am still opening my restaurant. I'm so excited. Britt's WeHo will be opening soon. Hoping like late March-ish. I know we said October, and different things, but it's just taking a little bit longer to get off the ground because, you know, we go in and we're trying to like redo everything. So, you know, different things happen along the way, but also with the fires, a couple of my business partners got displaced. They didn't lose their homes, thank God, but they are very, you know, they were in the area, so they can't go back to their houses for a couple months. So things have been pushed back just a little bit for that as well. But everything is ordered. Things are coming in. We're getting ready to start working on everything. So I'm so excited. I cannot wait for it to open. This is just another thing that I'm going to keep myself busy with. And I'm so excited. I've like picked out all the wallpaper, all the fabrics, you know, the artwork and everything. And I just cannot wait to get it all together and see it all together. But yes, Britt's WeHo is still happening. I'm excited to have my own and start this new chapter of my life, because it is going to be so cute. And it's crazy because I'm like 3 doors down from Tom Tom. I'm right back in West Hollywood where I started this whole crazy life in LA. So I'm just feeling very grateful and very blessed. And I think everybody's going to love it. And it's going to be a great place for everybody to come and see and hang out. And yeah, it's going to be super cute, super girly. I'm excited. Bravo for the rest of us. What is one lesson or advice you would give to anyone going through a separation? I feel like I've touched on this a little bit already, but definitely just stay positive, stay strong. It's not always going to be easy, but try to remember everything that's happened to you, because a lot of times I feel like I mourn what I thought the relationship was going to be, and you hold on to that for so long because you do have good moments. Obviously, you wouldn't stay together for so long, so those come back into the picture. You miss each other. You know, it can be very hard at times, but you just have to stay strong and be like, there's a reason why we are separated. There's a reason why we are heading this way. You have to remember those reasons, stay strong, and focus on your future, and also just try to stay as positive as you can. I can't say that enough. Anytime you start thinking of the sad times, the bad times, think of all the good stuff going on in your life and just try to switch your mind to start focusing on that. It can be difficult, but just stay strong and stay positive. This is from Shauna Claire. Seeing anyone special? Ooh, y'all are trying to get me in some drama. You know, just having a little bit of fun. I'm not in any kind of relationship or anything like that, but I don't know. Just, you know, got some crushes, I guess I would say that, but nothing crazy. No relationship, nothing like that happening for me right now, but just trying to focus on me and Cruz, of course, at the moment. But girls got to live a little bit too, you know what I'm saying? Okay, this is from B. Bon Appetit. Any plans for baby number 2 like you wanted? Okay, so yes, this is another thing about my life is that I did have this future plan that me and Jax were going to have another child together. I was very open about that. It was in both of our plans, even though it didn't seem like that on the Valley, but it was. But now my whole life has changed. I'm kind of starting fresh. So I'm not saying I wouldn't have another child if I fell in love with somebody and did the whole thing, but I don't know right now. It's not something I'm focusing on. Cruise is my number one priority. So I'm really just focused on that and like getting my shit together and, getting myself, my business is going and different stuff like that. If I was to fall in love, maybe one day. Definitely not against having more kids, but it's not something that I'm like, I have to do. I love Cruz more than anything, and he is the light of my life. So not against it, but it's not something that I'm like, this is a necessity for me. So just kind of seeing where life takes me and where God takes me, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. This is from Miss Lexi. This will be the last one that I am going to answer because I got to get back to my baby. This is from Miss Lexi. Do you talk to Lisa still? Have you talked with Ariana? Ariana, yes, I do talk to. She reaches out to me. I reach out to her. I'm so happy for her success. I haven't seen her in a while. We keep saying we're going to meet up. She's so busy. I'm so busy. But yes, she does reach out to me. She reaches out for my birthday. She's checked in on me throughout the Jack situation and everything. And I've done the same for her. So proud of her. She looks amazing. She's killing it. Love her. Love Ariana. Go Ariana. Keep doing your thing, girl. Lisa, no. Lisa has not reached out to me one time throughout my divorce. Nothing at all. The last time I've actually spoken to Lisa is whenever she was in an accident with her horse. I texted her and said something like, I'm so sorry. I hope that you're okay. Missed you, something like that. She responded and said that she missed me too. And that was the last time I've ever heard from her. She didn't reach out whenever we announced our separation. She didn't reach out whenever the divorce was filed. She hasn't ever met Cruz. She's never checked in on Cruz. Yeah, that was something that's been kind of hard for me because, she was a big part of my life, kind of felt like family for a while. But yeah, she hasn't reached out at all. I also haven't reached out, so I'm not trying to act like I have been reaching out to her and she hasn't reached out to me, so I'm not trying to be one-sided. I've always looked up to Lisa. I hope the best for her. I'm only answering this because this question was asked to me, obviously. But no, she has not reached out to me. But I do wish the best for her, and I hope that, everything is successful and good in their lives, and I'm sure she hopes the same for us. But yeah, no, I haven't heard from her. Would love to hear from her. Maybe I will reach out again one day as well, but yeah. I don't think Jax has heard from her either. So, yeah, kind of crazy. But, life happens. We're both busy ladies, so it's okay. But, yeah, we'll do one more question. Haley Hazlitt, with how much you love putting parties together, would you ever make that a career? I love party planning. I absolutely love it. I mean, maybe one day after this reality TV world is done, I will have to think of something to do. So maybe I could head into that future, but I don't know. It's just, I just think it's so much fun. I enjoy having parties. I enjoy bringing people together. I've always been the host. Even whenever I was back in Kentucky, I always had people over at my house. It's just the type of person I am. But I definitely couldn't do all these parties without my amazing party planners. So I come up with ideas and themes and cute things and things like that and make it very special, and they bring it together. So maybe one day, but right now I'm just having a great time and enjoying it every step of the way. Okay, so I will end with one little thing that I want to say because we've been talking a lot about being positive, but I want to say to all the women out there, the men out there listening, whoever listening, remember to stay positive and brighten someone's day. You never know what someone is going through. Never be an Instagram troll. If you're listening to this and you are an Instagram troll, stop now. I just can't understand why people do that. So listen, stay positive, lift each other up, especially woman to woman. We have to have each other's backs, keep each other strong, stay positive, brighten someone's day. You can do it. I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of When Reality Hits. I'll be back soon with some amazing guests. I love you all. Have a great week.